Going to get the fuck out of Minneapolis that day.
You never count your money. Hey.
You look like a Russian athlete.
Oh, I'll take that as a compliment.
Wait, don't they have those like sweat track suits or whatever that they
I got this is a Chicago Marathon one.
It is a track suit.
It is, and I got it for handing out beer at the finish line to the marathoners. It's a fun job. And they were grateful.
You are brave and courageous and amazing, Chad.
I trained months for that.
How much time you got? Hang on, shit, where'd my thing go? How much time you got? You got a little bit of time? You want to do some asshole consulting so I can like fucking leave tomorrow? All right, hang on. Let me grab something more importantly.
There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done.
What have I told you and your father? The free asshole, which you didn't follow, by the way, because it's free. You have to. People must suffer and pay a price in order for them to incorporate advice. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so I gave you and your dad free advice on what to market your accounting book, which is now in its 6th year running, or 6th incarnation.
7th.
Yeah. How many millions of copies have you sold of these books?
0.000 something million.
What did I tell you should do to the cover of the book?
So I know exactly what you're about to say.
Right.
She had a fantastic picture yesterday. I don't know if it was, I can't remember if it was Facebook or Instagram, but I was just like, wowzers.
Yeah, she's a pretty girl. That's why I recommend, because I'm sure there are female accountants out there, but just the shock value alone, no offense, we love you, right? We think you and Mr. Elkins are the greatest thing, right?
Sure.
Right. All right. But you guys are your CPAs, you're fuddy-duddy. Okay? That's the nature of CPAs. I said to put who on the cover?
Big tits, pretty face.
The lovely Mary Jo.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, I wonder if this book is going to sell better there, Chad. Let me see if you can get there.
What does that say? The Catholic Red Pill? Wow, whose book is that?
That's James DePresco.
Cool. Right, I like that.
Right. Who is that?
Is that Mary Jo? I can't tell.
That's Mary Jo.
Is it?
Just like every woman should be. And, and like the evil, whatever, Sextus 1950s.
Oh.
I wonder if this will sell more. Wonder if this will do well.
So it's a good point. Hey, it's not me you have to convince, but I'll continue working on it.
Really, your old man's all he's all like, oh no, I can't. Rah, rah, rah. Is he really that kind of?
Well, it's really both of them. My mom was kind of like, I don't know if that's appropriate for a tax guide.
I'm wondering, do any tax guides really sell?
No.
Oh, hang on for a second. Let me get logged in.
You're on mute. Okay. I guess I'll sing since he's on mute. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table.
Right, here we go. Here we go.
They're relieved I stopped singing. I'm surprised you had enough gas in the tank for this. You had a long one there with DT, didn't you?
I don't have a choice. I leave for Vegas tomorrow.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to hopefully finish the book. I'm going to stop at the Great Ones for quite some time because he's got to work, and Fort Collins is a great place to write because it's there's a ton of coffee stores. It's not that cold, and the Great Ones apartment's nice and roasty toasty.
Well, how long are you going to stay there?
Only maybe 2 days or so, at most 3. But then I got to go visit Denver Ben and Albuquerque Adam. And in Albuquerque Adam, we're going to go do Albuquerque Adam stuff, which is adventuring and jeeping and climbing. And
will you stop by and see my folks? They'd love to see you.
Yes. I'm visiting your folks on the way down. Your mom said they were going to be in. So I'll stop in and get precisely 6 ounces of coffee, not 7, not 5, 6 ounces of coffee. And I will have a grilled cheese sandwich or whatever your mom makes me. And Chad, what is the key thing to making Mrs. Elkins happy?
I would say just be very specific and eliminate the need for her giving you options.
Right. But if you are a guest of Mrs. Elkins and she offers you something, what do?
You say yes. And you just
say
take
yes.
It. Yeah.
You take it and you say thank you. And she's already a very happy, bright, smiley person. But she'll become even more happy that you said yes. And can you say no? No.
Don't say no.
You can't say no. So you might as well say yes and go that way.
You know what, dude? If you're going to do that, talk to my dad. Be like, I really think you ought to put Mary Jo on that cover.
I'm not your dad's keeper / book consultant. I've already made my case.
You're a more credible source. So
I just, you guys put all that effort into it. And look, I try and get girls to pose for various marketing reasons. And it's a pain in the ass. We got the one girl who seems to show up on time and have a little bit of entrepreneurial hustle and spirit. Oh, all right.
So we got some asshole consulting. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, we gotta. Maybe not. People haven't gotten back to me. This might be. Oh, I gotta do a rant on TikTok. You ever do TikTok?
TikTok, is that like a social media thing?
It's a social media thing, and maybe I can't do these. Maybe I have to do them with my regular old recording. This guy didn't pay. Maybe we're done. Maybe I don't have to. Maybe we can all go home and be free.
Well, damn, I got my hopes up. Oh, well.
Well, hang on. Give me a second. We still got the archive. Did he want a response?
Can you, like, that's maybe big in Asia, I think, that TikTok thing.
Yeah, sure. it's making its way over here.
That sucks.
This guy didn't tell me if he wanted a video. I guess we're going to do a video response. Cap, wish I could say I took your advice the first time I heard it. Some time has passed since the first time I heard you say that following politics is a waste of time and energy. I guess it just got boring to me, and I checked out in my own time. Still, I wonder what keeps the left and right from solving problems together. I have one intelligent friend who is a lefty. My friend graduated top 3% of his class from a respected law school. The school is respected, though not elite. My friend was lucky to find employment working for a decent firm, making decent money while running out the clock, busting his ass in pursuit of making partner. At work, his colleagues told him it's only a matter of time before he makes enough money and finds himself leaning politically right. Let's guess my friend has an IQ between 120 and 140, married to a teacher. That undoubtedly reinforces his leftist views daily. I don't understand how high IQ men can disagree. Clearly, one best solution exists for each problem our country is tasked to solve. Screw the left, screw the right. We have common problems requiring common solutions. One best solution exists for each problem. Simple as that. How and why are smart Americans divided along party lines? Video response, please. Same as always, appreciate your time. It's a good question. It's a good question. So the question would then be, why can't the left and the right get along? I'm very curious to see if you have, I know the answer, as I know the answer to everything, but why is it the left and the right cannot get along?
Is it because of the whole R versus K thing that Stefan Molyneux always talked about?
Yeah, a little bit tangentially in there.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to guess, this truly is outside my sphere of knowledge, but does it have to do with like a victim mentality versus...
There's that. Yeah, that's part of it. Yep. Here's what it boils down to. There are two types of leftists. And I do not operate from the premise that if we can just get along, we could find a solution. There's some instances that works. Like I think if we got rid of prereq classes, both leftists and rightists would kind of agree on that. So every once in a while, there's something that we can agree upon. But in general, though not always, the right is more correct than the left because the right is more based in empiricism. With the left, there are two general types of leftists. They're devils and dupes. No, they're not. No, sometimes there's good people. They're devils or dupes. If they're duped, which is the vast majority of young people, because they're not cynical enough, they're not experienced, they don't think things through. They're just like, yeah, we should help the children. It's like, yeah, but it costs money. Oh, can't we just print off more money? They are truly uneducated and ignorant and naive. They're idealistic, they're well-intended, but and because economics, you got to sit and think about it a little bit. If you don't know why we can't print off more money, you really should not be voting. Like, if you can't explain how printing money causes hyperinflation, you don't understand scarcity. If you care about the country, I'm not saying smart enough, but you're not educated enough, and you're still too ignorant to vote. But that's where you get the majority of the younger people. Is they're well-intended. Yes, let's help the kids. Let's help the poor. Let's help the disadvantaged. They never look under the hood or ask what is going to be required in terms of economic engineering for that to happen. Then you have the devils. And the devils are the ones who don't give a damn if it's possible or not. They either want it because they're jealous, they're envious, they're lazy, they want a parasite, or they are professionals themselves. Like, for example, Hillary Clinton was a Republican before she went into official politics. The Democrat career politicians don't really care. Now, Bernie is probably a true believer. Ocasio-Cortez is a true believer. And they're probably more intellectually honest than your average Democrat. Biden damn well knows how it works. I'm trying to think of somebody else. Paul Krugman is a perfect example. He knows he's lying. He doesn't care. But that's how they make their money. And they willingly and consciously lie because it's more popular. You can run as a political candidate, get yourself a lifelong career out of it. So since either case is not based in reality, one is consciously lying to you and does not care about whether some things are feasible or not. The other is idealistic and false for that bullshit and never asks whether it's anchored in reality or feasible. How does this work? How are the numbers work? Since both cases are not based in reality, whatever they offer, generally, not always, but the vast majority of whatever they offer is not feasible or is going to have some kind of cause or consequence. And since it's not based in reality, if you get a true, intellectually honest, non-leftist, a conservative, a libertarian, or whatever, they're all about, not always though, but generally they're all about what's going to work, what is feasible. And so you're starting off at a non-starter. They do not Venn diagram. They don't overlap because they're not anchored in reality. They're not anchored in practicality or feasibility. One is idealism, whether out of pure naivete or conscious maliciousness to capitalize on an idealism that's never going to happen. The other is reality and practicality. Like, this is going to work or this is not going to work. And so I don't think there's a lot of common ground between the left and the right. If for any other reason one ends up becoming effective in reality, all the leftist is going to do, and this is where you see where the rightists are not going to agree with the leftists. The leftists want to be parasitic, maliciously or well-intended or not, to help out the poor or whatever. It's always asking people on the right for more of their money. That's all it is. Every solution, we need more of your money. We know more of it. Don't ask hosts to agree with parasites. Okay? For example, does it cost me anything that if gay marriage was made national law, you can have gay marriage?
Doesn't cost you anything, I don't think.
That's a right. Gays or whoever, it doesn't matter. You should have every right to go in there. I'm trying to think of something that's a social legalization of drugs. All right. You might have your reservations, but does the legalization of drugs cost me anything in a direct sense?
Yeah, not directly. I was going to say maybe indirectly, but not directly.
Go legalize your drugs. Abortion's another one. I don't care. Go have abortion. Gun ownership. As long as you don't bother anybody else, I don't really care. That is a small and minuscule percentage of the leftist Democrat socialist platform. The lion's share of the leftist platform to solve all the social problems, all the economic problems is you give me more of your money. Right? And that is, you're asking for an unfair relationship with the opposite party. We want a parasite off of you more. And so I just don't think there's going to be that many. So on social policies and issues and political topics, I see common ground. I think the Republicans could get their finger out of their ass a little bit about gay marriage and abortion. If you think about it esoterically or nonchalantly and take religion out of it, you'll see at least a logical reason for it. The Democrats, fuck off with your gun control. And, here's the Democrats. They say, well, we're all about social responsibility. That's why you legalize pot, but now you're making it illegal for adults to buy vaping. I mean, there's room there in social policy, but then you become libertarian. But the big problems is money. That's all it is. That's really, you want to steal other people's money. And don't tell me how it's hidden behind some kind of noble cause and I hate the children or I hate the minorities. If I don't want to vote more of my money to give away to, no, it's not our responsibility. And so that's, to answer his question, that's why. I don't think you're, so he's asking about his lawyer buddy. Well, one, his lawyer buddy is probably young and stupid. I mean, he's intelligent, but he just got out of law school. Chad, is law school conservative or liberal?
God, it's just horrible.
It's Marxist.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Marxist. All right, it's biased. And has he ever really worked a real job? No. And his elder partners, his elder law colleagues, damn well know, because they were all there. And if here's something this guy could do. I don't think his friend is evil. I don't think he would befriend an evil person. He is naive. He's one of the dupes. And all he has to do is go to the federal budget, federalbudget.gov, look at where all the money goes. And if he wants, he can look at the state budget. If he wants, he can look at the city budget. And he'll be appalled. And then have him put in a percentage of GDP. And that is the ultimate like if every young person was forced to do that, the Democrats would have no voters ever, because you'd see how much we're spending. So I think he's just misinformed. Garbage in, garbage out. I'm sure his teacher, wife, is more maliciously inclined. Most people become teachers because they're lazy and they don't want to work. So she has she's more of a devil than a dupe in that regard. But, just go. Speaking of Mary Jo, you know what I mailed her one Christmas for a gift?
A camera?
No. I printed off the federal budget. I'm like, here you go. I had it all nice. I had like a nice envelope and it was like a little red and gold. It was all Christmassy. And she was all excited. I think she took a picture. Yeah, fuck you.
I wanted to add to this on a more micro level, what you were just talking about. Obviously, I try to minimize every single person's tax burden. It's my job. It's what people pay me for.
Yes.
You already know what I'm about to say. The ones that are the most angry and militant about keeping their taxes low, do you think it's the conservatives or do you think it's the liberals?
Oh God, no. Because that is the number one hypocrisy among leftists today is I'm a good person because I'm going to vote to have some other rat bastard's money go to pay for a cause so I can feel good about myself. They never contribute their own. They're always trying to, like, the biggest hypocrites are Hollywood people. It's like, dude, you make millions of dollars. Well, then go fucking donate some money.
Stop using the private jets if you're so damn worried about the environment.
But the hypocrisy is, and those are the devils. They're just doing it because it makes them popular. And here's where your laziness comes in. People are just too damn lazy to go study the budget. They'll read every fucking dumbass fake news article that comes across their Facebook screen. They won't even read the article. They'll just read the headline. But nobody will go and look at how much do we take of the American people's money and how much of it do we spend and where does it go? And until people are able to do that basic level of analysis, I don't want to hear your opinions on politics. I want to hear your opinions on economics because you're the epitome of ignorance. And that's what your buddy, I'm sure knows a ton of law, a ton of fucking law. He knows jack fuck all shit about economics and he doesn't know jack fuck all shit about the budget. Because the second he does and the second he pays 40% of his income out in taxes, he will all of a sudden say, oh my God. And then you can tell him to fuck off. I mean, not as a friend, but I told you fucking dipshit. So.
It's always such a reality check for people who have never really had a job, and then they finally get one that's run through payroll, and they see just how much is getting taken out for Social Security, Medicare, and all that.
Well, that's another reason the leftists want to keep kids in school as long as possible and avoid any kind of real job. Just stay here, don't make more than 40 grand a year. And then, or hey, we'll pay for all of your health care and your housing and this and that. So it doesn't matter how much you make. No, it's just a tiring conversation. So there we go. Anonymous person. I will have that there. Here is a question. This is a little bit. No. Guys, everyone check your spam folder to make sure that, because I respond to everything. Oh, no, that's the one you sent me. That email, remember?
Yeah. Dude, I mean, should I talk about that now? Or
you can talk about it, sure.
So usually when I get new client requests, it's from email, and it's just a few sentences like, I have this going on, do you have experience with this? Are you accepting new clients? I've gotten a few lately that are essentially like block texts like this long trying to explain their situation to me. Like I'm actually going to take the time to read that. And I always forward them to Clary and Atham because it's just so funny.
I love how I'm a business owner. It's like, no, you're not. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you filed the documents and the paperwork. But when you look at that lack of common sense and logic and unprofessionalism, like you don't run a business. You can't possibly run a business. No one would pay you. And if you got paid, you'd mismanage the funds somehow. It's, yeah, you saved yourself a time. Here's one. This comes from Mike. Michael writes, hey, you white cracker honky fuck. I need your advice on a situation I am in. A few months ago, I met a Latina girl at my job. She's from South America. I won't mention the country.
This was the block text one. I know.
This is the block text one, yes.
Oh, my God.
And doesn't speak English very well. We would talk here and there, but I never got the impression that she was attracted to me. One night out of nowhere, she started heavily flirting with me. I know she had a tattoo on her wrist. I asked her about it, and she said it was for her grandfather. Then she asked me if I had a tattoo. I said no, which is true, and she gave me a funny look. She said, I think you have a tattoo. I laughed. I said, no, seriously, I don't. She said, I think you are lying. I said, where do you think I have a tattoo? And then she looked at my dick. She said, next time you have to show me your tattoo. A few minutes later, she took a flattened cardboard box and started fanning me as if to cool me off. She said, he's hot, caliente. Caliente means hot, as in sexy in Spanish. I know you didn't know that because you're you can't keep using these curses because you're a white racial epithet. He's being funny. Look, let's give him credit on this. Can we handle racial jokes?
Well, sure.
Right. It's funny. Do we get our sand in our vaginas? I
was going to say maybe we're not allowed to say them on here, but when it applies to guys like us, I'm pretty sure nobody cares.
I think we can get away with it.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. Plus, life is too damn short not to take some good jokes. Ever since this incident, she's been more friendly with me at work, talking to me, poking me, teasing me, and stuff like that. I said I was going to not worry about girls for now and focus on self-improvement for the time being. But this girl was just throwing herself at me, and I felt like I had no choice but to take a shot. I got her number and asked her out. We went to the movies yesterday. As soon as we sat down, she started playing footsie with me. The theater has reclining seats. You know what's funny about this?
What?
I already know where I'm going to go with it, and he hasn't answered my questions, or he has answered my questions, but I haven't read them yet. Women know damn well what they're doing. Does it not seem like this girl has an agenda?
I mean, I don't know how more overt it could be.
Right. There's how many women were this clear with you in your life, Chad?
Oh God, like half of a percent.
Yeah, I mean, you can count on one hand, and usually there's a reason. But what it proves to me is women know exactly what men want, and just how few % of women actually deliver it to men. She put her head on my shoulder, and so I put my arm around her. I'm thinking, should I go in for the kill? I started hand feeding her popcorn. Then I put a kernel between my teeth, so I said she had to take it out with her mouth. Then we reversed roles. I took a few kernels out of her mouth. We started making out. She was very tongue heavy, which I'm not a fan of. She was basically shoving her tongue down my throat. We kept making out, and she touched my dick a little with the pants on, but didn't stroke it. I touched her tits. See, this is why I want to know how old he is. It sounds like an 8th grader.
Yeah.
And she pulled up her shirt, and I started playing with her nipple. She asked me if I lived alone. I told her I lived with my family, and she sighed. I think she wanted to come back to my place. After the movie, I dropped her off at the library and went home. I thought I would be super happy if I made out with her, but after doing it, now I want more. I want to get laid. I know she lives 5 minutes away from me, but I don't think she lives alone. I want to fuck her, but I'm worried about getting a false rape accusation or a condom break and getting her pregnant. What should I do? Oh, here he is. By the way, I'm 23 and she's 26. I don't have pictures of her, but I'll send you some pictures of me. I want your honest opinion. Am I a good-looking guy? I said, how old are you? Blah, blah, blah. 23, 26. They work as low-rank people at a low-rank company. And it's not against the policy to date. I don't want to go into this detail.
Too long. I think he wrote.
He sent some attached pictures, and I want to look at. Okay, dude.
Is he good looking?
No, he's ugly.
Oh.
And he's got soft skin.
Soft skin?
Yeah, and he sent a picture of a girl that he's with. If this is the girl, young man, you absolutely are not going to fuck her.
She too good looking?
No. It's not even that she's ugly. She has warning signs, visual warning signs all over her.
Red flags, yep.
Red flags, which I'm not going to go into because, again, I kind of want to keep the anonymity a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
If that's girl. If the picture he sent just happened to be a random friend of his, he's still not going to sleep with the girl. Why, Chad, is he not going to sleep with the girl from South America that works a shitty low-rent job and was throwing herself at him?
Well, he's ugly, and he probably is at a similar job or lower level.
Right?
What else? I mean...
What can happen? Okay. We pointed out fractions of 1% of women were this obvious and clear with us.
Yeah.
In every instance when that happened, why was that the case?
Because they have some serious mental disorder that you're about to find out the hard way.
You're about to find out, or there's an ulterior motive.
Yeah.
Women just don't throw themselves at you and say, hey, let's go back home. Okay? And frankly, I say this because I care. You're ugly. I mean, you're not hideous. I mean, but you're a 4. You need to hit the gym. You need a haircut, all this other, but that's a different request.
Is he fat? Like what?
No, he could lose some weight. He needs to tone up is what he needs to do. And he's got that look like he's an easy mark. Like you'd walk down like that's the guy I'd rob because he's not going to put up a fight. He's not going to he's not looking around. And he's also an easy mark to women. Do you think this girl has an ulterior motive?
Oh, without a doubt.
What's the ulterior motive? Possibly.
That's where I can't really think of one. Maybe she wants to get knocked up.
Why would she want to get knocked up?
Well, she's 26, is psycho. She might be
not psycho. We don't know that. If it's the picture of the girl he sent, there's a good chance of that.
Mm-hmm.
Why do women want to get knocked up?
To get child support or get money from the government. Just get a handout, essentially.
There's that.
You think that's it?
That. And if you are from South America.
Yes. Trying to work her way into the country.
I have your child. You must marry me.
And the child would be an American citizen.
Child would be an American citizen, right. And we have no proof of this. There's no guarantee, oh, yes, this is what's happening. And I don't know. But, dude, if that is the girl, that is not worth it. Okay? Go jerk off the porn. If that is the girl, go jerk off the porn. If that's not the girl, some other girl, go jerk off the porn. You need to focus on yourself right now and get beyond working at this place at this low, what I'm going to assume is a low level job. And you have really got to be careful of women who throw themselves at you. It seems great. You seem like, finally, I've been having all this bad luck. No, that's average luck. Women don't throw themselves at you. It just doesn't happen. And so there is usually no guarantee, not always. This woman could be as pure as the driven snow. We don't know. But it's highly unlikely. And now is this time to start thinking with this head and not the little one, because the little one's going to get you in trouble. There's a good statistical chance of it. So no. No, you should not fuck her. No, you should not. You should not be dating this girl. Even if the policy of your employer is okay that you date, you should not be dating a girl at work, because you just don't shit where you eat, man. And now you've already shat where you eat, so now you got to deal with all this other crap. Your concerns about, she's going to accuse you of false rape. That's a chance, but they're usually not. They don't go after low rank employees. You made a mistake unless you really wanted to date this girl and get to know her a lot better. I would cut ties, say, no, I'm not. I go back. Yeah, I'm sorry. I really just want to focus on myself and go down that path. But yeah, 5 minutes of jerking off could save you 18 years of pain down the road. And that's the rate of returns here we have at Asshole Consulting.
Oh, then again, the guy probably could use getting laid once in his life, but
then go to Vegas. Go seeking arrangement. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing morally wrong with going and doing that. It's way safer. But if you got someone who's trying to get in and get a green card or have a kid in the United States, that's what you really got to look out for. And with those ulterior motives, she's not going to be some quality like if this was just someone that remember the 90s, Chad, you could have sex and there's pretty much a guarantee she wouldn't have the kid. Remember those times?
I loved the 90s.
Those are good times. I didn't think they were good times at the time, but by comparison, now, yeah, you got to worry about this shit. The Lawn 212 for $15. Immigration. Is it possible to sponsor family and individuals, bring them home into your home, and pay out of your own pocket, not the taxpayers? Try this with leftists. They never bring it up again. Yeah. It is possible. He's not asking, but he's saying it is possible to sponsor family. Yeah, they'll never do it. Like, didn't they do that where in Britain,
the migrants.
They had a Muslim dude or a Muslim looking dude, like hit him eye, say, do you support immigration? And here we got an immigrant, and they would walk away or something.
My favorite is that author of the Harry Potter books, J.K.
Rowling.
Rowling, yeah. Mm-hmm. She's always out there on Twitter. She lives in this freaking castle with so many bedrooms, and then she's on there on Twitter oh, we have to take care of them and we have to take them in. And then you had all these people spamming her. Well, you've got a 15-bedroom house. I don't see you helping.
It's all about feeling. Again, they don't care. They don't really. Chad, if I really want to help out women, what advice would I give them to close the wage gap?
I think you would tell them to focus on their appearance.
No. What would I tell women if I want them to close the wage gap and make as much money as men? Make more money as men.
Well, you've already told them they have to actually major in the correct subjects with job prospects.
Right. If I hated women, what would I tell them? If I wanted them to fuck up, if I want them to be miserable and poor for the rest of their life, what would I tell them?
Just follow your dreams, follow your heart.
Follow your heart. The
money will follow.
Any degree is a good degree. You should get a master's. You go, girl. Don't need no man. Fish bicycle with the little circle and the TM trademark in the sign. That's what I would do if I wanted to destroy women. Women and other people in general today have to figure out, do you really want to help people out or not? And the vast majority of people do this bullshit. Look, if you just say, no, I don't want to help people out. That's more honest than we need to help people out, the dirty, dirty dirt. Well, you got a lot of, wait a minute. That's being a hypocrite on top of it. So I'll accept either people's answer. No, I don't want to help people out. I'll help people out with harsh truth, but don't do this touchy-feely bullshit and then not help people out.
I need your help with something.
Is this going to be advice you're not going to listen to me about?
What actually, I sincerely need your advice on this. I brought this up on a recent podcast. I think not the one a week or so ago that we did. Remember how I was telling you about this friend I've had for a very long time that kind of went off on me because I said the word retard or retarded?
Yes, we had a lengthy discussion about that. How you are actually not against people who are mentally retarded.
So we had it out again yesterday, because I was pissed off about this. I'm like, dude, you need to get the fuck over that and stop bothering me with it. And then he's like, do you know how hurtful that is? Why do you want to hurt people? Why can't you just say, why do you have to use that word? Why can't you use dumb or stupid instead? Don't you want to not hurt people? How am I supposed to?
Why are you friends with this person?
Because I've known him for 22 years. That's the only answer I can give you.
Okay,
and
that's not a reason to be a friend.
But I guess my question is, these are terrible points, but how can one actually respond to them in a way that's going to make them shut up?
Yeah, there is no. What is his number one driver in life?
God, at this point, it's virtue signaling. I'm not kidding. This is all he fucking cares about.
Isn't he unemployed, or he was employed, but he's not employed anymore?
He's not employed. He relies on his wife.
Okay. All right. He has no intellectual honesty. He's not going to be honest with you. And he's putting his feelings ahead of reality. You can't be friends with, you can try to be friends with it, but you can't be friends with that. All right? And that is someone who's being dishonest. He doesn't care about the mentally impaired. Chad, if you could Thanos snap and make all mentally impaired people not mentally impaired, would you do it?
Of course I would do it.
Right. Just because you call them a mental retard doesn't mean you hate them. It means you appreciate the freedom of speech. You're not going to dance around these little fucking eggshells. Now, does he really want to help out the mentally impaired people? Or does he want to use it to make himself feel better? And is willing to throw a friendship down the toilet because now he has opportunity to not work, but feel good about himself.
I just wish you could see his Facebook wall, man. It's like a hodgepodge of this dumb shit.
So whose fault is it for keep checking in on him and talking to him?
It's my fault.
Well, love Mrs. Elkins to death. If she started lecturing me about my use of language and started going off some weird old tangent, I guess we're not friends anymore. No matter how many ounces of coffee you precisely make me.
I guess my question is, when somebody's giving you that argument that's like, why do you insist on hurting people? I don't really know how to respond to that because I reject the premise.
This is, I understand. You're not a professional asshole like me. You just gotta say, oh, knock it the fuck off. You don't give a shit. Here's where you gotta understand the psychology. You're unemployed. You have nothing better in life. I don't hate the handicap. You know that. You're just doing this because you're such a worthless person. You got to go to war on them because it's the truth. That's how I handle it. So, a more polite way to say, I reject your premise.
Yeah.
But you have to at least get through the armor of bullshit that they know is bullshit and call them out on their lies. That's why I say, oh, knock it the fuck off. And this is another reason, and sometimes even that won't get through to them. All you can do is basically expose them, call them a hypocrite, and leave. A lot of time, I just walk away. All these girls that, it's the patriarchy and discrimination, and I'm oppressed. It's like, no. Like everyone else, you're lazy, and you don't want to work hard in hard subjects and hard things. And it's easier for you to claim you're a victim and expect everybody to lower societal standards for you and give you handouts than it is for you to actually go and major in engineering. So shut the fuck up, you hypocritical lying bitch. And you know what? Probably not going to be my friend after that.
Yeah.
Probably isn't going to also have the, yeah, you're right. I kind of
Oh, please. He's never admitted being wrong about anything.
Oh, then what are you doing wasting your time?
You're right. I just wanted to make sure, I guess. This is just killing me.
I'll be $49.95 at Asshole Consulting.
Remember, he's the guy that called you dumb.
Oh, no. You think I'm going to waste my time? Hey, man, I got an IQ of this. And I'm really intelligent. I are smart. I are not stupid.
And guess who wants me to minimize his taxes every single year?
Well, don't.
Yeah, he's got to go somewhere else now. I'm done with this.
there's this word women like to use. It's called no. Now, I know men are usually more like yes, because it's like, all right, hey, why not? We're the eternal optimists, women eternal pessimists. But men are allowed to use that word too. You say no. Doesn't he vote to stab you in your back and take more money and lessen your freedom?
He's a Bernie bro, I can tell you that.
Okay, well, you know what? I've gotten rid of people way closer than me because they decided, well, I'm going to vote just because of the way they vote. I do not abide parasites and hypocrites and backstabbers, no matter how minor or ignorant in my life, at all. At all.
Even family members?
Even family members. Kicked several out. And it's not a, I'm going to teach them a lesson. It's like, wow, really? You're that dumb, huh? I just don't have any respect. That's the real thing. It's a lack of respect. I don't want to hang out with these people. I don't care what these people think. I don't want them part of my life. There's have some self-respect. You know, the bipolar girl that throws a temper tantrum, out. I'm trying to think of something else. The brother who steals from you, out. And then your friend who accuses you of something you're not so that they can masturbate to their fucking worthless politics, double fucking out. And an extra side order of kick ass on you too.
Yeah. I guess what I was trying to avoid was like, we always knock these idiots for like, you know, not wanting anything to do with us if we voted a certain way or if we said something to offend them. So I did not want to like enter the same plane where I'm just...
No. Usually when a leftist won't hang out with conservatives anymore, it's because you're not going to pay them anymore. You're not going to allow them to parasite off of you. Now, look, they're going to vote it in and they're going to parasite off of you financially. You don't need them to parasite off of you psychologically, emotionally, or socially, or romantically. Like, I refuse, you know, there's money that you spend on people, and then there's time you spend on people. Well, I guess you can get half my money through taxation and legislation, but the fuck if you're going to get my time? Go fuck yourself. And you enjoy hanging out with your equal loser, socialist Bernie bro friends. I mean, I'm sure there might be an interesting cat in there, one or two, but the vast majority of them are parasites. And I don't know how great a person or how interesting a person you can be philosophically, accomplishment-wise, or professionally if you're just a parasite. I mean, here, that's a fun club you got there. No, I'm not going to hang out with you. I'm going to go hike with the good-looking chicks that are somewhat in shape. So... there you go. Your time's not worth it. Glad we solved that. Ray John's back. What is Ray John? All conservative libertarians want is tax cuts. That's it. Also, tax cuts are useless. Don't do much. The left offers so much more. The left is
the best.
I think he's trolling us there.
He's always shilling for them.
Well, I think he's just trying to. Juan's back. Irritated as fuck. 11 a.m. went grocery shopping. Greens and steak to stay in shape. The lines are long as fuck. Everybody's buying a bunch of crap on EBT. Carts literally filled to the top, starting my own podcast. Awesome, Juan. That'd be cool. Let us know when you start that.
What are your thoughts on EBT and WIC?
I'm not against necessarily WIC.
Women and infant children, yeah.
Right. And EBT, no. I get rid of that immediately. When I start seeing people having them tighten their belts instead of fat kids that are poor, you know, I remember the Volcker recession. You would be hungry. You would have to tighten your belt. Now, until obesity is no longer a problem, no. And there's plenty of food shelves and all this, and no, there's no EBT.
They let you buy some real shit with EBT, like sugary drinks and everything.
Right. It would be something, you know, like you'd have to shop at Aldi's or Walmart.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking shoulda land, but I am for WIC, but I get rid of the W. I just put it'd be
infant children,
infants and children, and whoever, you know, has it. And it would have to be like, it would be programmed with a code. Like, no, you're not buying your cigarettes. You're not buying your, I'd be so harsh. Like, no, you don't get tampons with that. No, you don't. You could buy condoms. You can get condoms all you want. And you get baby formula and you get food, but you're not getting makeup or deodorant or cologne. No, and I don't know what exactly how WIC is dismissed, but no, it'd be just ick. Just ick. Do we got anything else on the?
Nah, just those few. Yeah.
All right, I got another one here. This is a good one for us. Dear Cappy, concerning both this company and this article, and he links to future-meat.com and the article written by Salon, so you know it's true.
Salon.
Meat enables a capitalism defined by inequality.
What?
Who cares? Salon. Have you seen the stock price of Salon Media Group?
I actually have.
It's the pink sheets. It's going nowhere. It's nobody. Here's a capitalist example of a company poised to reduce inequality. Right now, lab-grown meat is in its infancy, and the technology is not price competitive yet with traditional farming techniques. But as the technology matures, it becomes more cost-effective. It will be competitive with traditional farming, especially as the global demand for meat is going to exert so much pressure on this commodity's price that it will create a financial incentive for research, development, and production of lab-grown meat. Humans have natural preference for meat versus cereal, and traditionally meat has been reserved for the rich or those who live in the rich country. But lab-grown meat will make this commodity available to even the poorest of the poorest countries. It will reduce inequality. It will make economically non-profitable to raise livestock in the rainforest, thereby bringing a huge economic contribution to solving the problems of greenhouse gas emissions. This company, Future Meat Technologies, don't realize their potential. The meat market is a multi-billion-dollar market in America alone. It's a multi-hundred-billion-dollar market worldwide. They could become a giant, and I would like to know how I could secure some shares or have skin in the game right now before it turns into a monster. It is frustrating to know that something that is the next big thing and have no way to even get a little bit of skin in the game. Please advise. Of course, I could ask them to sell me some preferred shares, but they are not public yet. But they will most certainly want to keep their gold mine to themselves. How can I have some skin in the game in the lab-growing meat sector? I believe that a monster is in the making. Chad, if a firm is not publicly traded, how do you invest in it?
Very carefully.
Let's not talk about caution.
Oh.
How do you invest in a private company?
Well, you can become a partial owner. You can invest in it by giving it some of your private funds and getting equity.
Well, right, but what does this presuppose?
Presuppose?
You and me formed the Elkins Clary Factory Corporation.
Yeah.
We produce, I don't know, chicks with big boobs and red hair. Okay, that's what we produce. We're a private company. How does anyone buy into our company?
Oh, well, they can just like either buy our stuff or I think I'm missing this. Like what's
How does he invest? How does someone invest in a private company?
How does somebody invest in a private company?
I am shocked. You have an MBA and your CPA. Difference between public company. What do you do to go buy into
the stock? Yeah,
you buy the stock. Private company. Can you invest in a private company?
You, in different ways, you can. That's what I'm saying.
Right. It all depends on whether they're even offering shares.
Right.
Like if you and I run the redhead big boob girl factory company, all right?
Yeah.
If we're not selling shares, it's just you and me 50-50, and we want to keep all the profits to ourselves, fuck you. You're not selling shares. Yeah. Sometimes you can't invest in private companies. The only way you can do it is you find out if they have an investment bank where they've done some kind of financing in the past, where they've raised funds in the past. And if they are going to do a private issue, instead of an initial public offer, they do a private issue of shares where they're going to sell some shares, you can go ahead and get into it that way. And the best way to do that is to call up the company or maybe look up, find out, did they raise some capital? And if they did raise some capital, which small investment bank handled it? Then you go to the investment bank, you say, if they ever sell shares, or you can go to their finance department, say, if you ever sell shares again, which investment bank do I go to? Who handles your financing? That's the bank you talk to, and you put on a waiting list that if they do sell shares, you could go ahead and buy into it. But otherwise, if it's a private company, you can't because it's private.
Well, I wasn't taking your question at face value. I was thinking of like other ways you can invest in it since they don't offer stock. That's why I was kind of confused.
Right. Now, there is some ways to going around doing this. And how would that be?
You mean investing in a company that doesn't offer stock? Or
right. There's to get exposure to an industry you think is going to take off. So he thinks that the organic meat or the lab meat industry is going to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this company that is the lab itself does not offer a way to invest in it. What can you do otherwise?
Jeez. They're not offering a way for you to invest.
directly.
Directly. So it obviously will be indirectly.
Right.
There's venture capitalism.
That's true.
That's the only thing that's coming to mind right now. Like, how can you indirectly?
Well, let's say there's a chemical that is vital and critical to the creation of laboratory meat. Let's call it phosphate bromide alkenzinium, a new chemical they never had. And then you find out the company that does make that chemical, say BASF or Dow, creates that chemical. What you can do is invest in that publicly traded company that supplies the chemical to the lab meat. Or there's a very specific machine that this lab buys to make the meat. And you find out that the company that makes that very specific machine is a publicly traded company. So you invest in that. So like, it's kind of like, well, I want to invest in this auto repair company, but they're privately held. What can I do? Well, you can invest in the tools that supplies that. You can invest in the oil that goes into the oil. You can invest in the tires or whatever. So that's, you invest in the supporting industries that go in to support that company. And that's how you can go ahead and indirectly invest in that industry. But if it's privately held, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. This is why I keep telling people, like, I've been telling you this. I have more therapists than any other type of client, any type of business client. And so I've been trying to find ways that you can make money on that, because I know 1000% that it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and way bigger.
Yeah, but they're not even a corporation. Usually most of them act like sole proprietor.
Yeah, they're LLCs, but I know what you're saying. But I've been trying to think of a way that you can monetize that. If you're 1000% sure that's only going to get like larger, I haven't thought of a way to like throw some money at it as an investment.
Usually by that time, you got to be an entrepreneur and offer something to that industry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, psychology client management software. But it's you have to be an entrepreneur. Yeah, but I still think you should offer yourself as like the webcam girl accountant. I think that's there's nothing wrong with it. You're already capitalizing off of it. I don't know how much more you want to capitalize off of it.
What I should do is trade services instead of take their money. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I know. I'm just joking.
Let's not get STDs today. Return of the Mac for €2. Shekels for my apex predator, Elkins and Clary.
Thanks,
dude. Thank you. We got anything else?
I don't think we got anything else there. Let's see.
Cool. Awesome.
Nope. Did you have any other emails or?
Let me tell you.
You guys, it's just about tax season. Keep an eye out for your W-2s and 1099ers. They don't mail them out. Sometimes you can only get them online, just as a heads up.
Okay, somebody emailed me just right now saying to ignore the email he sent me before, so I deleted that. I like to keep a very clean email. I do. That way I know I don't miss anybody. James DePrisco now knows, hopefully he knows that he's got that out. This guy wanted to know if he should get a master's degree. He hasn't responded.
In what?
I don't know. I deleted it. That's how short a time I have. Like, if I don't hear back and I know that you're not going to get back to me. Mark hasn't gotten back to me about this. Because I checked. Yeah, no, this guy, he had, speaking of psychologist therapists, he has this idea or this technique that he could condense 10 years of therapy down to 6 months, which I believe. And I think it's a great idea, and you want to know how to market it, but he has this patented technique he used, and he never got back to me because I sent him a price. So that's gone.
You know, I get that a lot too. I'm not really taking new clients, but I'll give somebody a quote. It's always going to be higher than normal. Mm-hmm. And then it's just like, poof, price shopper gone.
Bye. Well, that's fine. That's how the market works.
There's definitely been an uptick in that. I was talking with some CPAs earlier this week. Price shoppers everywhere.
I got to email him. We answered that question. We answered that. Previous employer wants to hire me. Oh, he wants an email response. Never mind. I can't do that. Minnesota Department of Revenue.
What's that?
God, I got it. How do I get off? They sent me some. I never signed up for this. Questions, contact us. webinar hosting
There's-
sales and use tax. I don't.
You don't need that.
Unsubscribe. No, I don't. I looked it up. I'm not on the.
Yeah.
I'm not on the list.
Mm-mm.
Unsubscribe. God. You know it's bad when the government has now got a spam email list. All right, that's it. We're done. I think that's enough for me.
No,
That'll
that's
be
fine.
enough.
I've gotten some emails. I gotta do some work.
Yeah, I gotta do that. Any super chats left?
No, I think we're caught up on those.
No, we're caught up on that.
Yep.
All right. Thank you very much for coming on, Chad. Where can people find you?
Go to elkinscpa.com or go to Amazon and look for Elkins Comprehensive Tax Guide.
All right. And will that have a pinup picture of Mary Jo?
Not right now.
Not right now. Oh.
But maybe soon. Soon.
All right. Take us out.
All right. Catch you guys later. Toodles.